What's up, everybody? This is Karuzu from Karuzu's Gaming and Reactions, and I'm back with another video. This time we're having a look at Krypton, Episode 2. The TV show Krypton, Episode 2. Man, I gotta tell you, I think I made some errors in the first episode. I really enjoyed the first episode. I thought it was incredible. But as good as the first episode was, the second one was even better. So basically, the second episode is a continuation of what our buddy was going through, Adam Strange, along with Seg-El. Seg-El had just lost both his parents, as we know in the first episode. Adam Strange is trying to convince him that what he's saying is true. Seg-El has blood in his veins, or blood in his veins. He's got blood in his eyes. He wants revenge for his parents' killer. And we get a good look at Brainiac, who apparently is already, not in this form, but he's already on the planet. He's already sent a scout ahead to Krypton, and he's already there. And you can see Adam Strange trying to explain to Seg-El who his grandson is on planet Earth and how he was able to get there, and how he's able to transverse light years via I forget what kind of beam. It's some sort of beam that he uses to get there. And I didn't get a lot of good pictures of. I didn't get any pictures of Adam Strange in the last review, so I wanted to make sure I got plenty this time. We all know it's Adam Strange, obviously, because he's wearing, typical American style clothes. It looks more like the 90s. So, but he's trying to explain to him that it's his purpose to make sure that he continues his work. And Seg-El finally starts to see some truth in this because there's proof. And Adam Strange says, if I'm lying, then go ahead with your revenge. And it was a fantastic episode. It really was, because it got sort of the meat and potatoes of what we're going to be looking for. And I'm kind of glad about that, because a lot of times these series, you don't get a chance to see, what's actually going to happen in terms of the arc. What's the deal? You don't know what it's going to shape up to be. But on this one, we do know what it's going to be. And we also find, okay, so this is our guy right here, our hero, Cameron Cuffe, as Seg-El, by the way. And this lovely young lady here, who's only lovely in appearance, it seems. She actually has an alternate agenda. And what I think the agenda is, because they didn't really spell it out, but the agenda is to get access to his grandfather's work. And she's trying to use her beauty and, charm to charm him into doing it by helping him it's a sleight of hand, very sneaky way of doing things. Here he stands before the all-knowing God Ra, which I think is Brainiac up under this thing here. And or some element of Brainiac, like a drone or something like that. That's what I really think it is. This helmet, by the way, we got a little bit more information about his helmet. Each of the faces on the helmet represents a previous god that was worshipped on Krypton. So the guy named all the gods. If you guys know who all the name of the gods were, list them in the comment section below, because I don't remember. I mean, it was a bunch of little names. I know more was Mora or something along those lines. This insignia on his chest plate here, on this jacket, is the House of Vex. And he wanted Seg-El to join the house, but they have an alternate agenda, because they want to gain access to Kal-El's archives, his science, all the technology and things of that, and probably want to steal it and take credit for it. Here, Seg-El is realizing that he has a higher calling and that he should actually uh, do as his grandfather wishes. I'm not sure if this is her father or brother. I don't know yet. So I haven't figured it out. If you guys know, let me know. Put it in the comment section below because I haven't figured it out. But he is of some significance to her. And I want to say it's her father, you know. And so, it's crazy to think that she's serving with both her mother and father, but I think that may be what it is, or it could be a brother. I don't know. You guys, if y'all know, let me know. And if it's a brother, he looks like he's been attacked. He's had some, he's had a brush with Black Zero. They burned him. You see the horrible scar on his back. He's trying to tell her, or no, at this point he was telling her that don't tell me about the innocence of the lowlanders, the people down below. And right here, the mother was on her high horse, telling her that she didn't have the right to challenge or tell her mother what to do. Seg-El calls her up and asked her, uh, told her that he knows it's not her fault what her mother did, but at the same time, he couldn't forget what her mother did. Here, Seg-El goes and approach our villain here and tells him, "Hey, I want to work in the Science Guild." Sig goes down there and his friends trying to convince him of not going up there for revenge. Here is the locker room, I guess you want to call it, where they get ready for battle or something like that. They just got finished training, looks like. She challenges the leader, the commander, to a duel, and in the duel, whoever wins gets control and the right to command the first division. Here, she gives Seg-El the ashes of his parents, but it's all a ruse. It's all a setup. So she gained his trust by doing that, but she has another agenda. Here is the duel that's getting ready to take place. I love the outfits and things that they wore. I love this. I love this sort of boxing arena type uniforms that they're wearing. I think it's really cool. You know, um, you know, for sort of like Mortal Kombat style fighting. Fight to the death. Here's a good look at the bottom of the Superman's cape, and you can see that it acts sort of like an hourglass. That's what Adam Screen said. As this cape disintegrates, it's really like a time thing. Once the cape is completely disintegrated, then it will be much too late. So this is sort of like our time thing right here. This tells us how far along or how long they have to get that situation sorted out. Seg-El finds something in the fortress of Solitude, his grandfather's fortress of Solitude, and he reads an inscription. He finds an inscription that says, "The blood of the House of El binds us." And so he cuts his hand and starts dripping his blood onto the crest, the House of El crest, and you can see it filling up the crevices. Oh, forgive me for that. And you got once it's full, then it activates the system, the computer system. Can only be activated by the blood of El. And back to the fight. She's getting her tail whooped, but she prevails in the end here. She becomes a winner, and she becomes the commander of the first division. I thought this episode was really, really good. I thought that they added a lot of meat, answered some questions that we needed answered. Also, we got a good clear picture on what everybody's, what they're going to be doing. And it's a great story. I look forward to learning all of it and watching all of it this season. I think I don't, once this whole thing takes up with Brainiac, I want to know how many episodes are they going to do for the first season. Anybody know that? Put it in the comment section and tell me what you think. Do you think that that Krypton, the TV show, is gonna last? You guys think it's good enough? I think it's okay. I mean, it wasn't as flashy as the first episode with all the different, wide shots and stuff like that. It was more of the inner city look, and I thought it was really, really good though. Well done. The story was really, really good. Now I want to address something. The fact that they're using English actors is not a knock on this TV show. It just stood out to me. It just something that popped into my head because it was something I instantly recognized. It doesn't mean it was wrong. So I might have been wrong for pointing that out as a gripe. That shouldn't have been a gripe. It just was something that stood out to me. And I actually have no issues with this show. It comes on every Wednesday in the part of the country that I live in. So I always look forward to it. I'm a little bit late with the review. I have to wait until I was able to get it screenshotted up and everything like that. So, but you guys tell me what you thought of episode 2. And are you looking forward to episode 3? I know I am. So, with that being said, this is Caruso from Caruso's Gaming and Reactions, and we'll see you guys in the next video.